The mind is a fertile garden, and that which is planted, weeds or flowers will grow, said Bruce Lee. And so Bruce Lee was absolutely right. And this affects your ability to succeed and progress extremely rapidly in business. And that's the point of my message to you in today's video, um, is helping you accelerate your revenue and profits and maybe a bit of happiness. Because in fact, in this video, the simple strategy that I'll be giving to you is one that I believe will double your sales within 30 days when you apply it, and you're going to end up just a happier human as a result. If that sounds pretty good to you, please continue listening. And why bother listening to me? Well, my name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder and CEO of a 15-year-old company now. We started out as an agency and then evolved into the productized, tech-enabled service that we are today called Grobo.com, which I'll talk at the end about a bit more. And we have successfully scaled the business to millions of dollars in revenue. And I'm sharing everything that I'm learning as I scale the business to $1 million in revenue per month through these videos. So to continue on, more about that later. But think about it. How often do you feel you're on a seesaw of self-doubt where you have an idea to act, but then you go back and forth between being confident and doing it, whatever it is you're thinking about, and doubt that will get in the way, that will actually result in you not taking action towards what you want. So you hesitate, you just kind of wait, time passes, and more likely than not, you don't take action. You don't do it. You don't take that step in the direction of what you want because of that self-doubt that has crept in and that inaction that came as a result. So that's the seesaw of self-doubt versus conviction. And when it comes to rapidly growing your company's sales, you want to have an anvil of weight permanently pulling down and resting on the conviction side of that seesaw, because then the real result that you want, the result that gets you the results, in other words, a continuous and growing flow of leads and sales and profits, well, that comes as a result of you continuously just flowing in terms of the actions that you're taking. This generally translates from actions like sending more emails, launching more campaigns, running A/B tests, and in general, just contacting more people, nurturing more leads, converting more leads and prospects that have booked with you into sales. And that's exactly what you want to be happening in order to grow your business. But that only comes as a result of you taking a continuous flow of action, right? So, because what happens when more people in your market, they just see your offer, you're going to make more money, even if it's not perfectly well optimized, right? Because again, perfection is a path, it's not a destination. So, like Bruce Lee said, the mind is a fertile garden. That which is planted, weeds or flowers will grow. And this is the key to realize in order to help you solve this problem. This problem of being back and forth on that seesaw, where more often than not you're taking a fraction of the actions that will lead to the results and the life and the company that you want to be running and the level of profitability and sales that you want to have. All right. In other words, the way your body eats food, your mind consumes and digests ideas and information. This mind food can either lead to indigestion, in other words, self-doubt, inaction, unhappiness, which are precursor symptoms to making low or fewer sales because you're going to take fewer actions, if any, or it can lead to nourishment, depending on the ideas that make up the mind food that go into your mind. In other words, ideas and media and concepts that are inspirational, that lead to confidence and enthusiasm, that you're alive, that you're working, right? That you're taking action, that you want to take action. And these are precursor symptoms, inspiration, confidence, enthusiasm, to you and your business making more money. What this means is that the media, people, and inner self-talk that you consume will directly influence you and lead you to seeing growth in terms of sales or growth that stalls and fails. Okay? So again, this is what is meant when I talk about mind food. We're talking about media, the people that are in your life that you're spending time with, and the inner self-talk that often will come from the media and people that you're around, but also your own kind of general attitude that is influenced by these things. So, consuming these things will directly influence you and lead you to seeing growth in terms of sales or growth that stalls and fails. And yes, that rhyme is intentional. So, and why is it intentional? Because that which rhymes is more memorable. And my hope for you is that you are going to actually remember and take action on the practical strategy that I'm telling you here. This is not just woo woo, oh, like you got to be in a higher level of vibration to, release your chakra or some bullshit like that. No, this is practical. Stay focused and take action on what I'm about to tell you. Because here's the strategy that I want you to remember the next time that you're on your phone scrolling or watching the YouTubes or just out with friends and family. Imagine yourself standing in a garden, okay, as you are in these different circumstances. You might physically be scrolling on your phone on the toilet or on your couch, or out somewhere in public with friends or family or acquaintances. But pause for a moment and imagine yourself standing in a garden, okay? And the garden is your garden, okay? And the media in your newsfeed being served to you, or the ideas being told to you by others, are offerings within this garden. In other words, people have come into your garden and they are offering you these edible plants, to, plant in your garden or to consume. If you want to think of them like offering you a leaf, here, eat this. It's arugula or it's a tomato. So this is what goes into your mind. Okay, this is what's going into your mind. It's people, it's ideas, it's media, right? But now the difference is you're going to be aware of it going forward, and you are now going to be on a mind diet. You're going to now be in a mind diet. And that means you're going to be more selective about what you consume and who you allow into your garden and ideas that are going to be even offered to you in the first place. All right, so you're going to be more selective about what you consume mentally and what ideas and media you surround yourself with. Because if it's all just mental masturbation, like videos and articles and other media about how tough life is and dark philosophy bullshit and, or jokes, or joking, or depressive, lowbrow. Life is unfair, but look at how I'm right about some bullshit topic in politics or whatever. Talk from, whatever people are talking about. That's just not going to be a positive influence on you. That's rotten info food. That's rotten mind food that's going into your brain. And that will poison your mind long term and lead to negative inner talk too. What a lot of people just talk about, I've noticed, and there's just like a lot of care about just being right about stupid bullshit. Oh, I told you this would happen, or I predicted that would happen in the news or with so and so. It's like, who gives a shit? 99 times out of 100, who gives a fuck, right? You want to lead your best life. And yeah, sometimes, I guess that can be entertaining, but I don't know, is it really what you want in your life? Because, I don't know, what I found is that valuing being right is pretty much a shitty value. It's like, congratulations, you were right about something. Did you make more money from it? Are you happier because of it? Or do you just feel self-righteous as you stood on the sidelines and watched as someone else who had the courage to actually try to do something, even if you disagreed with the policy, the action, whatever it was, whether it's, in politics or in someone else's life, socially speaking, like, that's basically just gossip, or it's a kind of a weird form of it. And you don't need that. So instead, you want to surround yourself selectively with ideas and images that are practical. In other words, that you can apply, all right? That you can apply to solve problems that you're seeing day to day, to make your life better, to make your life more peaceful, more enjoyable, more relaxing, more fulfilling. So ideas and images that are practical, inspirational. For example, something that's inspirational is something that might move you to action and is intrinsically interesting to watch or consume without any self-judgment. Not like a lot of what people feel when they go on social media, for example, that's negative. It's this comparison effect, you know, because the monkey mind, you know, we will ape. We want to ape what we see, and if we cannot easily do so, oh, I can't be on stage, you know, with the Lambo in the background in my mansion, you know, and all the beautiful babies or whatever, you know, that's going to make you feel not good. And finally, something that is fair in how it informs you. Okay, media and ideas and images that are fair in terms of how it informs you. It's not dogmatic, nor is it ideological. Okay, because when it goes to one side or the other, that tends to tap into um, emotions, or even tries to manipulate you in in certain ways. It can be political. That's just going to make you angry, and it taps into that like I want to be right, and it's not about debating how or the solutions or the intentions or what is the ideal. It's about tribalism. It's about valuing being right. It's a bunch of distracting BS. Okay, so you want to be selective with the ideas and images, um, with allowing what ideas and images are served into your life. And that means perhaps limiting social media and limiting being selective about the people that you're associating with, because you want things that are being fed into your mind that are practical, inspirational, and fair in how it informs you. And then cut out or dramatically decrease all the rest. Okay? And I say potentially dramatic, I say maybe instead of cutting out everything, um, you know, because sometimes, you know, you want to find the optimum path for you. All right. So I say potentially decrease because sometimes, you know, do you want to have a life that doesn't have any dessert? I mean, I like dessert. I like some ice cream and cookies every once in a while. Um, and, you know, for example, if you have that one friend since childhood, you might never want to take business advice from this friend. You might never want to do business with them, but they might be a good friend. They might be just hilarious and funny or fun to hang out with and have other great qualities, right? So if they're not pulling you down, you know, but maybe they're not, but they bring some sort of joy into your life, then don't cut them out. Um, Maybe decrease it in some way. That's your call. But what is the result of going on a mind diet? Well, realize that you're probably doing 1/5 to 1/10 or less of what you're capable of doing right now. And going on a mind diet, how much more likely will you be to take more actions, to do more, which will lead you to revenue and profit growth, right? So the answer is clear, and the results when you apply the diet in the mind garden strategy, the diet in the mind garden, or just a mind diet. But think about a garden because it's visual, you can remember it. Think about being in the garden when you're out in your day-to-day life, and you know, is what being offered to you nourishing food or is it poison? All right. So try to figure out what bucket, or to what degree, because it can be on a spectrum, you know, it's going into the nourishment category or the poison category. So when you apply the diet in the mind garden strategy, you will see a dramatic improvement in not just your business, but in your overall internal happiness and peace of mind and peace in your mind. So go on a mind diet. But before you do, and before we wrap up here, two things. Thing number one, leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. And if you found this video and the ideas in it that went into your mind and hopefully planted some wonderful seeds that will take root, if you found this valuable, please consider liking it, subscribe to ensure you get more, and share it with at least one other person who you think will benefit from it. Who is that at least one other person or a group of people? And thing number two, if you want a secret weapon that will help you stay in your boss role in business and otherwise just take 100 times more actions than you could otherwise on your own, because this is the solution that I built to solve my own problem in that way, because we're only one person, right, in business, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a marketer. Well, if you want that secret weapon, check out my company, Grobo.com. Grobo helps you scale your business fast by allowing you to delegate, by empowering you to delegate unlimited marketing tasks to a full stack marketing team for less than the cost of one full-time virtual assistant. And full stack marketing team means 13 skill sets included across 9 different marketing professional specialists, including web design, graphic design, video editing, production, motion graphics, copywriting, app management, ad management, development support, VA type of tasks, and more. Plus, you get fast turnaround on all tasks, 0 to 2 days. All work is quality checked. That's very important. And our clients, we've served thousands at this point. Our clients often point out the quality checking benefit is a big one for them. And you get no hiring or management headaches. Okay, no need to interview people, no need to deal with flaky freelancers or contractors or anything like this. There's no contracts to sign. You sign up, it's a flat monthly fee at a fraction of the cost of what it would cost to hire just one virtual assistant, and you get a full team. Just delegate and watch as your project and task progress bars in the Grobo app go from 0 to 100%. Check us out today at grobo.com for a special offer when you sign up today. Just many people just like to book a call, so you can sign up now, but go book a call, and you'll probably have a couple of questions, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. There's no hard sell. We're pretty friendly, and it's an amazing, amazing value to help you grow and scale your business faster than you probably ever thought possible. I will see you in the next video. Take care.